AI is a currently concerning hot topic, so let's talk about it. I am an author, and as a creative, I don't like generative AI in my creative spaces because it undermines creatives' value and hard work. We don't need generative stories, music, or pictures. We have all of the ability and hard work and passion that we need as humans already. So why are we introducing AI into all these things? Usually it comes back to money. Now, this isn't fun because everything seems to be run by the economy, and we have this constant vision of the world in our society for progress, especially in Western society. We're just constantly looking for progress. And what is the new shiny toy in this search for progress? AI. Now, in addition to being an author and a creative, I am also an environmental science major. So this AI situation holds another place in my heart. AI has an incredibly damaging impact on the environment. This comes from multiple sides, but we're going to talk about two: energy and water. First off, in energy, what is running these technology centers? Of course, all technologies need data centers to run them. Our computers need data centers to store our data. That's where your data is stored. It's not in this magic cloud, it's in an actual building with these data centers. You know, in those movies where you see all those boxes that are kind of like glowing and light up, and a lot of the time someone plugs a hard drive in and it's this big climactic moment where they're stealing the information or something? Kind of like that, but in real life, the lights are usually on in the data centers. It's not this dark, gloomy place, but it is a place that takes up a lot of energy, especially for AI data centers, because they store and need so much data to train them to do all of these things that AI does. It does a lot of things. It needs a lot of data and storage to actually be able to fulfill your requirements for it. Now, what energy source is being used to power these data centers for this technology? It could be renewables, and sometimes it is, but most of the time it's run by fossil fuels. This sucks because it is something that could be changed and adjusted. And of course our renewables aren't perfect. We're still working on battery issues and recycling, but it is a step in the right direction. But now we also have the issue of cooling these data centers, where the water comes in. It has to be fresh water. It can't be salt water because salt water is corrosive. So we have to use this fresh water to cool down these data centers, because just like your computer being overheated, so do these data centers. They get overheated, so they need to be cooled down by this fresh water. Now, this takes a lot of water use because these AI data centers definitely overheat. You think about the size of your computer and how it overheats and the storage it has. Now think about these AI data centers and how overheated they could get with all of their storage and data. A third part of this discussion, we've talked about creativity and we've talked about environmentalism, is humanity. People are being impacted by these AI data centers and these technologies. Anything that affects the environment does eventually come back to affect us. And these data centers are often put in communities that have been historically undermined, where they have already a lot of water issues, and now more of their fresh water is being used to cool this data center. And this is among other issues that are caused by these AI data centers in these communities. So we've discussed the three aspects of it. We've got creativity, environmentalism, and humanity. Now everything seems to have integrated AI into its systems, which makes it really difficult to avoid. And this issue should not fall solely on consumers, but on the producers of AI technologies. There are ways to make it more frugal and sustainable, and unfortunately it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. But we can minimize our own use and put pressure on the companies to make their systems more sustainable. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk, and I hope you are leaving more informed about this issue.